look at my dough, guys. Y'all know I've been going bread crazy, pizza crazy, making all kind of breads, making banana breads, all just bread. And so for this one, I'm gonna make my friend Christa some herbal bread. So I figure, we're still using the dough. We're still going by feeding the starter, trying to keep it going. So it's not that I'm just going crazy with the bread. I want to be able to keep it up so that I don't have to get the starter also again, because I have to make sure I feed the starter every week, so that when I do want to make some bread for somebody, I'll have something to make it with, right? So today, I'm going to make her some herbal bread with oregano, because I've been, oh my goodness, the pizza been tasting so good with the oregano. Now I only had 2 slices, just so I could taste some of my creation. And truthfully, my husband ate all the rest, and he kept going back because he said it was so good. So this time, for my bread, because I'm thinking about those restaurants where you go and you kind of dip it in there. Even though I'm not eating all the bread, I'm trying to make stuff so it can still taste good for other people. So this time I want to add, which I'm going to drain out a little bit, I want to add a little bit of garlic, because I love garlic, right? And I think when you serve people sometime, unless you make it for special, just for them, like they got allergies or whatever, you make stuff that you really like. So when you really like something, it's good when you give it to other people. I don't want to over garlic feed, but I want to have some good garlic flavor. It'll be good. So I'm thinking about adding 2 tablespoons of garlic in this. And regardless of what I use, I'm going to taste it first before I put it in my bread, because I can't get it back out the bread. So 2 tablespoons of the garlic. Put in a little bowl. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Well, you know what? Let's go back. I'm going to do salt last because I kind of salt towards the taste. I'm going to get some of my olive oil. And I want to kind of cover my garlic a little bit. Like this. Now, from my experience with making the pizza, I noticed stay off the edges because it kind of seeps out. Some of the olive oil, it want to seep through your dough. That's probably what makes it so scrumptious and so good. Look at me, I'm already getting powder and I ain't even did nothing. So move that away. I like to add a little bit of onion powder, not the salt, because I don't want to put so much of different salts and everything. But that powder, once I do put some salt in here, it will pick it up, because that salt will pick up that taste. My secret ingredient, which I love now, is the oregano. And what I noticed, that oregano really don't have no taste until you put a little bit of salt with it. Even when I put it in the oil, it still didn't have no taste. So I'm gonna cover my whole top of my stuff with the oregano. Don't want to use it all because I know I'm gonna make something else. I would love to make, let me push this alarm off. I would like to, I think of my next batch, I'm gonna try to twist it and make those little, what is it, garlic knots or butter knots or something like that. I want to try that. So it's probably gonna need a little bit more oil, because what it is absorbed the little oil that I had. And so now I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt in here, and I'm gonna taste it. I'm just gonna go lightly from top to bottom. Then mix that up. I want to get that consistency that it has the taste. So let me get my other little spoon I got and see what I got going on. That is good. I'm going to add a little bit more onion. So now I'm going to add a little bit more of my oil. So I do want to have a little bit more liquid in it. Let's get that spoon and taste it. That is so good. And that garlic and kicked in there. Mamma mia. Don't y'all judge me. That's the end of that oil. So I got some more. Because I do want it to spread out throughout my bread. Okay. And I want it to be easy to spread, not like a paste. Only thing I measured, other than just to get my thickness and consistency, was the two tablespoons of garlic, which I try to get rid of most of the liquid out of the garlic. And everything else I put in there and went for taste, right? I completely covered everything with the oh my goodness, I can't think, but y'all saw what I did. Okay, let's taste that.
I wish there was more of it. I haven't persona in this sport.
Okay.
It helps with the reality of just what you don't have to go.
That's good. It's really good. And you can see it's easy for the garlic to take over, but that's okay. All right. Okay. That's good. Now, my dough has been already refrigerated. I'm going to just powder my hands a little bit, because you know how the dough can be like it want to stick to your hands. So I'm just going to, I'm doing it a little bit different because, you know, we already did the, you know, the kneading before and everything, and I just want to kind of get it going because it's supposed to be at the stage of, so in my mind, what I'm thinking about is for this time, I'm gonna try it like if I was smashing it out for a pizza, because I am going to incorporate all my herbs, right? So if you've been following all the steps, you know, we done all the different 30-minute steps that we did to even get to this part, okay? And I'm just kind of thinning it out. And we're gonna see what happened and what we're gonna have, right? So I'm gonna put it all on the center. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in because I really want this to be a nice herbal bread. And I know that once that oil get in there, it wanna kind of like seem to seep everywhere. And I'm just gonna get it and I'm just gonna spread it in. And you know, guys, when I think about this too, what about those calzones that people make? So I'd imagine you could close it up, you have all your little meats and stuff in there, your sauce in there, and then squeeze the ends and let it cook. So with this dough, which I'm so excited, don't think of it just as sour dough, because once you add all these other things, it also changes the taste. And you can just it's just so much stuff we can make. I'm still gonna, I set my oven for 500. I got my Dutch oven in the oven already preheating I did it for an hour like you're supposed to. I'm going to cook it with the lid on for the same 20 minutes. And then when I take it out, I'm going to change the temperature to 475. I'm kind of smashing it in, if y'all notice. Because I want it to be all throughout this dough. And so then I'm going to change that temperature to 475, and I'm going to cook it with the lid off, okay? Oh, if y'all hear stuff in the background, I was watching some of the people get ready for the Olympics, so y'all know that had happened in a while, but it's just encouraging to watch them and how they kind of work their way up to be where they have to be, and how you have to have good energy and a good attitude if you're going to win anything. Win or lose, you got to have a good attitude, and you got to have some good expectations of what you're planning to do, right? Okay, so this is what I did. So what I'm going to do is get the end of my dough, and I'm just going to close it. I don't know if it's going to come out flat. I don't know. We're going to all see together. So what I'm thinking to do is, like, you know how we did our shaping? I'm going to take it to the side across. It's still holding on to my paper. And then I'm going to get the other side and refold it again, just like we did before. And I'm going to get my bottom piece, and I'm going to fold it again. And get me a little bit of my flour, because I want to mold it a little bit. Look at that oil. That oil is seeping through. I just want to put it. Now before I decided this was a last minute to make this bread like this, when I did the, remember the steps we did before when we was kneading it inside of the bowl? And then when we took it out to do the kneading, that's when I had put the herbs and stuff in. And then that's when we covered it with the towel, and then remember we refrigerated. So now that I decided I want to have this bread anyway and add some extra to it, I'm kind of doing a little bit different than what we did before, and we're gonna see if that work out. So I kind of went over with my little powder, so my flour, so that I can move it around, and then that same bowl that I got last time, I'm gonna go ahead and just dump it in there like we did before, just like we was gonna refrigerate it, but we're not refrigerating it, right? I'm gonna get a clean piece of my paper because I'm getting ready to put it in the oven. So remember, when we got ready to cook last time, we kind of covered it with our paper. Make sure you got both of, because this is how it's gonna go into the oven. So we kind of like repeating that verse, just like if we would have, you know, got out the refrigerator. It's already been refrigerated. All I want to do is cook it, and we're gonna see if this worked out. So I want to move it a little bit more center on my paper, and gonna drop it in. So I'll be right back as I carry my stuff over and get a sit up so you can see. Okay, guys. Well, let me cut that music off. So they got a lot going on with that Olympics, right? All right, so now I'm gonna bring that bread over. I'm gonna get the stuff out the oven. Remember, this oven is at 500, so it's really hot. Don't forget to be careful. Whew. And I almost forgot I need some water. I tell you, as I cook with my pot, it's getting darker and darker. But it's made for the oven. So now I want to bring over my bread. I'm going to take that lid off. Woo. I don't know if y'all can see that steam, but it's coming out. Here go my dough. If you can see right here, that oil is already trying to seep down. So I'm going to carefully, I'm going to put it into my pot. Remember, we're going to cook it at 500 for the 20 minutes. Let me get a little bit of water because we do want some steam. We want to get some moisture for the dough. Okay. Put a little bit of water in there. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's sizzling because this has already been preheated for an hour. Okay, so we're gonna cook with the lid on for 20 minutes. Go ahead and set my timer for 20 minutes. And there you go. So while you guys go do something for free, I'm going to eat me some breakfast. And I'll be back when the bell rings after the 20 minutes. Okay, guys, it's time to check on my bread. The bell just went off. And so now it's time to take the lid off for 15 minutes. And remember to change your timer to 475. It's hot. It's so hot. Look at how the parchment paper is already crinkling up. So before I forget, let me go ahead and change that to 475 because y'all know what I did forget? I didn't cut a hole in it and make some designs. So we'll see what it's going to do.
I hear all of what things since high school days. Somebody's got in trouble in the same class.
Ooh, it still looks so good. It kind of did its own little thing of breaking apart. Look. So now we got to cook it for 15 minutes without the lid on. Here is our case it's gonna fall on my for some reason fall to my oven. Don't want no fires, even though this made it cook inside.
My mom, she was a housekeeper and my dad was a taxi driver. So they didn't have that much fun. So when I got my first PS,
also, if I didn't mention, let me set my timer before I get to talking. Set it for 15 minutes. That's without the lid on. Also, underneath my Dutch oven, I use the bottom rack, and I just use like one of those cooking sheets, you know, the steel pans, and I put it underneath so that it keeps the bread from over browning inside the Dutch oven. It keeps like an even tone of the color, so that helps, and that way that heat don't go up there and then over bake the bottom of the bread. All right, so I'll be back again once the bread is done. 15 minutes, so here's your break. Okay, guys, that bell is going off again. Let's see what we got going. Our herbal bread. Let's see. Or what they say, the proof is in the pudding. Woo. Oh, that looks so good. Cut my stove off. Cut my timer off. All right, let's see what we got. Remember, it's very hot, so be careful. Pull that paper in a little bit. Let me get my spatula. Because y'all know, remember, I took off most of that paper on the side. Ooh, it is hot. Move this out the way. Get my little mat I got up here. Bring you guys closer because it is hot. But look how good that looks. And because I didn't put the little carving, it was breaking through on its own. And look at that bottom of that bread. Remember, I put that little pan at the bottom so that it wouldn't get too dark while it's in the Dutch oven. Make sure we understand what pan I'm talking about. It's just a regular cookie sheet. I put it at the bottom of my last rack. And then 2 racks up from that is where I put my Dutch oven. And look how good, this smells so good. And I don't know if y'all can see it, see how it wants to kind of seep through the oils. And you know, it's not too oily, but you can see all those herbs and everything. So hopefully, once I cut it, or I'm gonna take a picture and post it, and there you go, a good herbal bread. So yeah, this is for my friend, and I'm gonna deliver it. That's the fun thing I've been having about cooking these breads, is I've been making it to a friendship bread, wherein in my neighborhood I've been wanting to just be able to go to people's house and sit and talk about nothing. So I've been giving out little gifts of food. And so my friend, she go to church with me, so we've been texting on our women's group about how the bread was coming, and I told her, hey, but make sure you save your husband some. And she said, oh, I ain't gonna make no promises. And then I kind of said, well, once I give it, it's out of my hands. That's all I can say. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me and just being a part of my journey. It gives me joy to do things like this. It gives me joy to be able to talk to you guys. It's like my outlet, and it's kind of like my outreach too, because I do want to reach people spiritually too, you know, which was my first intent. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Please share me with your friends. Tell me your ideas, the different things that you come up with. Please share so we could try it out. All right, have a great day. I love you all. And be blessed, be the light, and enjoy your day.